Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Steve coming at you. Hope you're having a great day. I know it's been a few days and I know it's been in the news, but I wanted to touch on this real quick. Information involving the judge who's up for the Supreme Court seat because Biden has an affirmative action quota he's desperate to fill, even though when we tried to get a black conservative woman on the Supreme Court, Biden was the guy who made sure that didn't happen. He actually filibustered that, but somehow this is just a bone that they throw to my people because my people will fall for anything. Aside from that, though, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. I know that you guys haven't heard, she was asked by Senator a few days ago, female senator, by the way, a few days ago, Marsha Blackburn, I believe, I think she's in Oklahoma. And she was asked, could she define a woman? Could she define woman? And believe it or not, you can look up the clip. KBJ said, no, I can't. She said, can you define woman for me? And KBJ said, under oath, in front of the Senate, no, I can't. I'm not a biologist. This woman wants to be on the Supreme Court, and apparently in order to be able to define what a woman is, you have to be a biologist. Well, the good news behind that is at least she's admitting that there's some biology involved. But it's a ridiculous, stupid assertion that you can't identify what a woman is, or you can't define what a woman is. I can do it. Here it is. Woman. And I'll put this on my Facebook page. It's got over 150 likes. Woman. An adult human female. It's really not hard. It's easy to define. And in our country, if we can't distinguish a baseline, there's got to be a baseline for us to all be able to agree to in order to be able to move forward and govern properly. If we can't even figure out what that baseline is, we're in trouble. But more disturbing for me than her attitude about what is and what is not a woman is her record. And that's all the Republicans have been doing, is going after her record of sentencing primarily, and light sentencing against pedophiles, child molesters, sexual predators. YouTube, my channel's not big enough now that I have to worry about whether or not YouTube's going to monetize it, so I can say all these things. I don't have to be scared and skirt around them like a lot of other guys do. But pedophiles, pedophilia. And one thing in particular, Senator Hawley talked about from Missouri, which was very disturbing, and I watched this exchange, where she was an 18-year-old kid who had over 600 images of child pornography on his computer. 600 images. This kid apparently was being sentenced because he had child porn. It wasn't like he wasn't guilty. He had it. The prosecution, I think the sentencing guideline says 10 years. The prosecution saying, let's just give him 2 years. Even the prosecution was saying, there's no proof that he actually went after little kids, even though he had child pornography with kids as young as 8 years old. 8, 9, and 10. And she said, well, some of them were teenagers, maybe 13. You're still 18 years old. Anyway, the prosecution asked for 2 years. The sentencing guidelines said 10. The prosecution asked for 2. She gave him 3 months. 3 months, over 600 images of porn. And she said that essentially he was just looking at images, his curiosity just led him to look at images of his peers. I'm going to tell you something I know for a fact, because I was 18 once. 18-year-olds and 8-year-olds are not peers. Not even remotely on the same level. You can babysit an 8-year-old, you're not their peer, period. I don't care what she says. This woman has a disturbing history, and that's just one case. She has a disturbing history of being soft on pedophiles. There is no way in hell she should be in front of the Supreme Court. And I want to ask my black brothers and sisters who are all 100% gung-ho on board at this bone that Biden threw you. What God do you serve? What God do you serve? Is it the one in heaven? Or is it the God of blackness? Because you can't be serving both. Once you figure out which one you're serving, then you be true to that one. That's cool. But don't tell me you're serving God in heaven, but you're all about the earthly ideals of what people are doing here. Don't tell me you're serving him when you're accepting of horrible atrocities that people say and do on this earth. And you just roll it off your back. Well, they black and they just trying to go after kids. No. When our people do stuff that's wrong, we need to be called out because we're not retarded. We're not special ed. We're not Fabergé eggs. I get so sick of this when you can't expect this from them. They black. That to me is insulting. If she's a disgusting, evil human being, then it should be called out no matter what color she is. I'd be saying the same thing if she was white. If she was soft on pedophiles, I would be calling her out no matter. She could be polka dot. I wouldn't care. This shit's got to stop. Now, you guys tell me what you think. You may decide, Steve, maybe you're taking a little too far. You tell me whatever. I love to hear your comments, questions, comments, whatever. I'm open to answering any questions you may have about this. But me personally, I'm not down with any of this. Y'all tell me what you think. Leave your comments, like, comment, share the video. We got to get this information out there. As a people, the silent majority has got to stop being silent. And we got to say we ain't having this no more. Because this don't change until we do that. With that, guys, I hope y'all have a great day. Y'all take care, and let's go, Brandon.